no time in getting back involved.
It's interesting that they put the goalkeeper top on, Toby.
Yeah, that was we were all intrigued last week as to how they were going to set up, and this is how they chose to set up, with Marcus playing out wide rather than in the middle.
Surprising, obviously, Jacob has been scoring some few goals this season, and to play him as in theory, a false goalkeeper, it's quite interesting.
A game that Greenbank will fancy themselves.
Yeah, after last weekend's or last nationals that we had, not picking up any points, I don't believe. They've got to bounce back this week if they're going to push to get away from that relegation zone.
Yeah, I think they knew. Obviously, it was going to be a struggle without Marcus and then no Luke Kelly. They did struggle. They played with a lot of pride. Never gave up.
No, and sometimes that's what you need in these games, but obviously the results are what matter.
I think they'd fancy. They've got enough about them, quality-wise, especially with Marcus coming back and signing. Tobias, that effort from
hit the post.
Strikes the post.
Lovely little front bumper there. Little nick on it, not too much pressure. Little guided it through between the two players. That's a lovely way to get out there. Fitzpatrick forward. Marcus running in. Great save by Hadfield. See if they can sustain the pressure around the edge of the box now. I think Marcus is going to enjoy this a bit more now because he's back out on the wing where he knows he's good at. He doesn't have to be involved in the battling side of things. He can just focus on the game that he's really good at. Obviously his passing and his finishing. So I think he's really welcomed this addition. Oh, great ball. Great ball.
Great ball from Butch Platt and a terrible couple of passes from Marcus Harrison.
Yeah.
Just as you were picking him up then, he loves it on the wing.
Jacobs, great ball through. Playing very adventurous. Obviously Jacobs not going to sit around in goal. He's on the halfway line right now. This is that same kind of kick in that's hard to break down. The defending team set up as a wall. We know it as a wall where every player just stacks. It's really hard to get past that, but using the goalkeeper to their advantage helps do that.
Yeah.
But obviously when the keeper gets picked off, obviously it cuts that avenue down. So yeah, it's interesting that they managed to get the ball moving.
It's a lovely move by Greenbank. They kept it alive as well after the initial phase broke down.
Yeah.
I was very impressed with the start Butch Platt has made. A couple of lovely early good passes, no rush chance for him to shake off. All there across to Marcus Harrison, who was bitterly disappointed with his performance against us in the cup game, berating himself afterwards, and apparently on the way home he said it was the worst he's ever played. Granted, it was his first game back and he only had the training session on the Thursday night.
Let's not use that excuse. It's Marcus Harrison.
No sympathy from John Bowling.
No. He's England international, there should be no bad games.
But yeah, he's had an England camp now, he feels like he's back to his best. Or back 100%.
Lovely pass.
Fitzpatrick.
Oh, just not the connection he needed on it. Got the direction, but I'm liking the way Greenbank are playing here. They're rotating, so even though Jacob was goalkeeper earlier, he's still in the midfield now, trying to pull the strings.
He started really well as Jacob Butch Platt. Really, really well. Playing a lovely couple of passes through the gaps. I don't think he's misplaced one yet.
No.
Definite commentator's curse coming up.
It'll be interesting to know how he feels about playing this role. I guess you can call it a Chris Gordon role. One play on there, referee.
I know, yeah.
referees have got to see that the players want the passing movement to carry on. They don't want to
even if they
take
can't-
set pieces all the time.
even if it goes backwards, they're still trying to play
Yeah.
forwards. Just because it goes backwards, they've not necessarily lost the advantage. Because that obviously allowed Nottingham to set up defensively.
Of course, you get everyone back behind the ball, whereas when they were moving the ball just then, there was only 2 behind the ball. Marcus done well here to keep the ball in play. Nice little pass back. Great pass. Strike. Oh, great save by Adam Langley. But they are moving the ball really well here.
Yeah, this is really nice from Greenbank.
The accuracy on the passing is really impressive as well. It's like, even though they're getting the power on it, it's still going in the right direction they want it to, and keeping the movement alive.
It's surprising me because, see, I'm talking about that cup game a lot, but that cup game was a lot more dribbly from Greenbank.
What was that?
Very much so. And
No.
I don't think it was the best of games. We weren't at our best. They certainly, obviously, Mark has already said that he was the worst he's played. It was very dribbly. I don't think they put one move together in that full 40 minutes, and we've seen about 3 or 4 already.
I guess, obviously, you guys being more experienced than obviously Nottingham here, you would set up more defensively organised. No disrespect to Nottingham, but obviously you've got Ed, Tyler, yourself, the experience that you hold in that team. Whether Marcus drives mainly the tactics in Greenbank, whether he changed them because he knew that they were vulnerable if they had the ball moving around, that Ed, yourself, Tyler and Mitch would punish them with the wayward pass, but obviously they feel a bit more comfortable that Nottingham wouldn't do that for them. But like this, here on the attack, a loose ball can turn into anyone's offensive attack.
You're getting your words out there, John.
Getting there.
He's going
Put
through
my
the
teeth back in this morning.
He's going through the thesaurus already. I'd argue, yeah, they've changed the tactics, but at the end they still lost the game 3-1 anyway. So what?
How did the scoring go?
Uh,
Did they come out after they conceded, or?
We went 1-0 up,
Yeah.
2-0 up. They got a goal from a corner, and then they went a little bit more attacking and managed to score a third. But very quickly after they scored their goal.
Yeah.
Wait, what a ball that is! Oof. Fired across. I don't think Leighton G had any chance of getting there. That was absolutely leather all the way across.
Good game so far, this, end to end. Greenbank dominated the first 7-8 minutes. And Nottingham are slowly finding their feet.
Wow, for all their passing, Greenbank, and it's been lovely passing moves. The best chance was that Leighton G one for Nottinghamshire that came off the post.
Yeah. Marcus here dribbling, trying to get past Langley.
In other news, water's wet. Marcus dribbling.
Yeah. It is something he loves to do, but in this game nowadays, it's only probably 10% of the game. Greenbank with a kick in. See how they get past this one with the wall. Again, Jake will come up to take it. Keeper's on the halfway line. They've gone to the keeper, Toby. Lovely pass.
Handball!
Oh, handball referee.
Handball ref!
It's got to be off. Intentional. Set ball given.
Boring that.
For those that don't know, if you look at the goalposts, they've got a red mark on them, or red, bottom red, and then they've got the white. The ball goes above the red. It is obviously a set ball, or
Only if it's near a couple of other players.
Yes.
Sometimes the referee will play on.
yeah,
If it's bouncing clear and there's no one near. But if it poses a danger.
posing a danger to the opposition.
Come on, John, brush up on your...
Look, mate, I'm a player, not a commentator, or rules, or referee. I make my own rules.
So you're saying I'm not a player, I'm just
You are an A1 referee,
A1 referee.
A1 commentator, B1 player.
Yep, John's retired me already. Again, that's probably not the first
I
time.
think you'd be a good ref as well. Obviously, take after your dad. He was a great ref.
Yeah, if I didn't get in the way of my chair, I think I could do a pretty good job.
One day, mate.
Get me on VAR, mate. Get me on VAR.
Yeah. Do not bring that into this game.
Brilliant ball from Toby, just far away from Fitzpatrick. We had that debate on Facebook, didn't we, a year or two ago?
Yeah.
It was the Danish, wasn't it?
It would have finished one of them two.
The
They
Danish
introduced it.
and VAR. I shared it, and it's all of a sudden suddenly just turned into a bit of a heated debate about VAR.
Not for me.
Oh, if it wasn't
Sneaky.
5 metres away, and Marcus is going to plead his
Marcus
innocence.
pretty much took the kick.
Marcus was in the goal before Nottingham should have even taken that.
Yeah. He still tries to complain. Look at him.
When doesn't he?
That's true.
That's how you know he's back to his best. He's feeling 100% because he's moaning.
Yeah. Hatfield take the kick.
Marcus getting himself. He's going, look, can I go? Can I go?
There we go.
Referee Paul Pearson wasn't even looking at the ball there. He was just staring at Marcus. Right into his soul. Fitzpatrick. There's a substitution for Nottinghamshire.
Oh yeah.
Sam Langley's come on for Leighton G. You'll be specific when you say Langley now, John.
I do. Do you know the difference by looking at them? Adam's got the glasses on.
Yeah, I was about to say I was going to double check and just make sure that Sam doesn't wear glasses, but I'm just pretty certain. Fitzpatrick blocked by Hadfield.
Great attempt. Nice 360. Let the ball run behind him.
Last game week, Nottinghamshire played with Hadfield out wide a couple of times and put Sean Donaghary in goal. I must admit, I was very impressed with how they made it work.
With this, Greenbank have to take their chances now when it comes, because the game's now dragging. Obviously, they would have wanted to score an early goal to settle the nerves, but obviously we've got 7 minutes left of this first half. Next time they create some decent chances, they have to take them, because Nottingham are good on the break.
Gonna go 180 all the way around? Yep. You could read that a mile off, couldn't you? He was looking for that near post. Substitution. Made by, well, I thought Dave Harrison was wanting to make a substitution. He was beaming
Like that.
He was booming at the referee.
When isn't he? Whether he makes a sub or not.
Off goes Fitzpatrick.
Fitzpatrick, he's not happy about this. He's not happy. I think he's going to submit a transfer request at that. He's not happy. I've always said Dave don't know what he's doing, but
If you wanted proof, hey, clearly, there you go.
right, anyway, Ellie's on. Ellie could be the missing piece that Greenbank currently missing.
That's a shocking lack of professionalism from John Bolden.
Sorry, my bladder's not where it used to be.
Anyone who knows John is not shocked by the fact he's had to disappear early. Make sure and give him lots of abuse. Just abandoning ship with 5 minutes left. John's got to make sure he stays on the core. Booked for avoidance on one. Nottinghamshire kick in. kick in to Nottinghamshire. Harrison, 180 across, Bridge flat, front bumper down to Curran, but well cut out by Hadfield. Good ball inside by Langley. Hadfield did well to read it, but it's given away 2-on-1. Keeper outside the box. Free kick, Butch Platt. Farrell. Greenbank doesn't work, but it does find its way to Harrison. By Hadfield. Mark Session trying to find the gap between Langley and Hadfield. He's back. He's back.
You missed me.
Is the correct answer yes?
Any chances?
Really? You missed a kick in that took forever to take, and a boom boom that took forever to set up that didn't work.
Oh.
So you chose a good time to leave.
Good.
Clear up, good ball to Harrison.
Oh, how's he
Cut
missed
out
that?
by Hadfield
Oh,
and driven over by Marcus Harrison.
of all the lovely football they've been playing, and they score a goal like that.
In fairness, the pass from Crowett was quite good, the front bumper, but it got lucky the way it broke to
Yeah.
Harrison.
And then the shot before Marcus drove it in should have been directly straight in. But hey, 1-0 Greenbank. Probably deserved on the chances that they've had this season. This season? This half.
The season, crikey.
You can tell I ain't a commentator. I'm trying my best, guys. I'm trying my best.
We're really we're scraping the bottom of them. No Ryan Sipple this week. We had to.
I'm sorry, Ryan, if you're listening.
He
I'm
may
sorry.
be very good on the court, but crikey. He may be first pick on the court, but we're scraping the bottom of the barrel.
I'm dreadful.
We've got the dredges.
But I'm trying. But what I did do, right, so I thought about, obviously I was commentating today.
Yeah.
I thought about some subjects to talk about for people that are listening but don't really either play the game or do play the game but want to learn some things. So, pre-match routines.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
Really? Because I'm usually commentating.
Because obviously when it's more England than Aspire for me, but pre-match routines are vital for like, well, what they basically ask us to do. Every player has a pre-match routine to make sure that they're in the right frame of mind going onto the pitch. They're obviously hydrated enough, they've eaten enough. So it's just things like that, whether you had like certain things you eat before a game, or...
I ain't got a pair of lucky underpants if that's what
You haven't got one?
I've got a pair of lucky underpants if that's where you go.
Not even from the Euros, you've not kept them ones?
No. They're long washed. They're long washed. A bit like me since the Euro. Some may say.
Downhill since then.
Downhill since then, isn't it? I thought I'd say it before someone in the comments gets there. Yeah, I'd say it's more England than because I remember we were all asked for a pre-match routine when we were in Finland, weren't we? 6 years ago that now.
Wow.
Where's the time gone?
It's just like, I think if players, like, for instance, when I'm playing a game, I can never have like a full English breakfast or anything like that. You get me at like training and I'll eat breakfast all the time, but when it comes to like this morning, I had an orange juice and a banana. But
oh, what an elite athlete you are.
Proper elite.
What an elite
Those that are
athlete
listening, you know, stick by me. You look like me.
The John Balding diet coming soon. The next Davina McCall.
Well, yeah. I'll got a DVD out at Christmas.
Yeah. You're looking for a stocking filler.
Yeah. That's
Right.
half time then.
We'll stop chatting rubbish, shall we? It's half time.
No, but on the pre-match routine thing, I think it does help. If you have like a set thing that you do, like obviously players kind of either go toilet, I don't know, 5-10 minutes before they get in the chair or stuff like that. It's still a routine that they do to get them in the right frame of mind, and it'd be interesting to know players that do and don't, and how often they perform at a standard that they're happy with, and
I-
whether anything, because of what they've eaten or drunk or what they've done prior to the game, affects it.
I always like breakfast is always 2 bits of bacon, 2 sausages, a scrambled egg.
Every day.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
Oh, Saturday's not well.
Oh yeah, not even. I'm not.
I'm
Crikey.
I'll be around yours every morning.
I'll make sure the doors are locked.
I go through windows, mate.
Yeah, when I'm in Notts, there's 2 bits of bacon, 2 sausages.
Yeah.
Yeah, a bit of scrambled egg. And when I'm here, I don't really have a pretty much routine because I'm often commentating the game before. I've given myself a game off before. We've got Newcastle this afternoon. Big game. I've given myself a game off before that, so I'll probably, if it was international, I'd put my headphones on, listen to some music,
Yeah.
just try and chill myself out, get myself in the right headspace to be focused on what I'm going to do. But I don't. Usually, I'm just. It's almost as if commentary's become part of my routine. Like, I don't. It doesn't allow me to spend time overthinking anything.
Yeah, see, that's always a good thing, because you can overthink a game too much.
And
And when you do that, you start putting pressure on yourself. You imagine things that you think are going to happen in the game, and they don't, and then it's like you've used that stress and energy for absolutely no reason. That's one thing that I've always tried to not do, not get
Yeah.
carried away too much.
But so I'm interested to see how that affects me better or worse before Newcastle. Can't wait to get some viral clip of me saying this now and I've had me dropping a stinker. Yeah, enough about Aussie TV and Kylie Minogue. I'm not used to speaking during half time, so we've just have to fill it with random. Surprised you didn't start waxing lyrically about Arsenal from Tuesday night.
Oh mate, Paris for football now comes above Arsenal. So that's from Greenbank.
Yes. How good is Declan Rice, by the way? Four. Those three. No,
I'm wondering when them free kicks have come from all season. We've had plenty of them. It's just not taken them. But
even the biggest Arsenal hater would be struggle to admit that those free kicks were unbelievable.
yeah, they were quality, especially the second one.
Postage stamp top in.
Yeah, there's no saving that.
Yeah, people trying to blame the wall and blame Courtois. I'm like,
Wesley Sneijder, wasn't it?
yeah.
There's always people that have to put a down on things. Alright, the wall maybe for the first one. You probably could have put a fifth person in.
But not naming names, are we?
No. Great ball that.
Fitzpatrick, well, saved by Hadfield, and the ricochet comes back on
Jacob's been playing
Fitzpatrick.
some lovely balls through there.
He's been really good. He's been confident as well. Not afraid to play them.
No, and there's like he's stepping in when Toby drops back and Toby goes forward. Obviously, in these instances here, I'm just trying to work out why they don't just start Jacob in that centre midfield area now instead of rotating. Like obviously Toby can still come forward, but why they're doing it the other way around, if you know what I mean.
Obviously, at the minute, you'd argue, yeah, Jacob looks like he's outplaying his Danish teammate.
Exactly that, and like, obviously Toby's doing well, but I just don't get, like, even now that they've rotated, that Toby's up there, Toby's back in defence, and Jacob is up top. Not up top, but
You'll have to ask Marcus.
I will have to ask him. He probably won't even know, to be honest.
He won't care as long as he scored. He's got one.
You see here, Marcus, he's doing really well. What he's trying to do is get enough space between him and the guy on the line to allow the ball to go down the line. I'm not telling you, Graham, I'm just telling the viewers to keep an eye on it.
I know I'm washed, mate, but yeah, I do know what he's doing.
We're trying to talk to the audience, get them involved, you know. As I was saying, on a kick-in, you'll see Marcus try and rush the line as quick as he can, and then he's trying to get a width gap between him and the line, so then the person kicking it can play it down the line, and Marcus has got enough space to reverse, and the ball travel by the side of him, which then gives him the advantage on the defender, and then he can take it pretty much the length of the pitch and then start the attack from the other end. Just something to keep an eye out, which a lot of players try and do, but Marcus is really good at doing it.
Well, that ball is not on the red line, by the way. That is crikey. That was practically a kick-off in the middle.
He should have come back there, Marcus.
Trying to do it all himself.
All himself, yeah.
Just greed. Pure and simple.
Watch this. Marcus, he's going to try and... Oh, he's taking it. God's sake, Marcus. He's trying to tell the audience here what
He's
you're going
made
to do.
you look alright, Mod. He's done it anyway, to be fair to him.
Well, he's gotten up the pitch, definitely. I'm not sure it was their intended choice of play, but... You see he's trying to do what kind of we do at England, where you go the wingers, and then when Jacob pulls out, the keeper comes steaming through.
He'll press the box.
Yeah, and front bumpers it. Which, to be fair, they've been getting there, just not been taking a chance.
Crap, goes one way than the other one. Fires an aimless ball out to Harrison. And again, going to go for another 180 here. Off Hadfield. Started how they left off.
Yeah. Tottenham have done well to defend as well as they have.
Talk to me about Aspire this season. John. What's the aim going into the rest of the season?
Win every game, mate, as always.
Okay. Besides the obvious of win every game and score about 50 goals.
Well, obviously we've let ourselves down in a couple of games this season, which has not allowed us, but it's made us drop points. We kind of, after the game against yourselves, where we lost 3-0, it kind of gave us a rude awakening to a degree. Like, we kind of, probably from me, from a coach's point of view, I think I was a bit naive where I thought that we could just attack and I could defend everyone on my own. The quality of the players that we've got in this league now, you can't do that. You have to defend as a team, attack as a team. And so after that 3-0 drumming by yourselves, it made us refocus on our defensive side of the game. And since then to now, we've kind of been doing that, putting players in positions that they're effective on defensive set pieces. And to be honest, it's worked. And obviously the first weekend back was when we then lost to Leeds. But if the players had done their jobs...
Yeah, I was on commentary for that one.
Yeah.
You weren't happy with the Lewis Harris all the way around.
We've been working on it, and Dan was right next to Lewis, and it should have been Dan's easy front bumper away, and we were away on the counter-attack. So that's just the concentration and the difference between winning and losing and becoming a world-class player.
I had Lewis messaging me saying, I can't believe you didn't speak about how good my finish was. I'm going, well, no, because I saw what John was annoyed at. If you get someone in the way there, you don't want 8 years.
Nah. And we could have been on the counter-attack, like I say, and probably scored up the other end. But it seems like that, like, obviously Dan knows it was his role. We've learned from it, you know, and that's all I can ask from myself and the players, that when we do make mistakes, we hold our hands up, take note of it, and then make sure it don't happen again. And since then, I thought we've been playing some tremendous football, scored some great goals. Obviously this morning, 3-0 up, we then should rotate the team, so we've got 3 games today, so it's vital we don't get mentally drained. So we wanted to rotate the team round to make sure that we were all going to be on our top form when we're on the pitch. But for the rest of the season, obviously this weekend we've got 5 games. 5 games that on paper we're expected to win, and then it goes into the massive end of season clash, where I think all of the top 5 teams play each other, and then that will decide the league.
West Brom have got yourselves, Newcastle, Leeds, and us a Teesside in the last game week.
West Brom have got Newcastle today as well,
yeah.
So I still think the league's open.
Oh, massively.
Yeah. Obviously West Brom have got the lead on it now, but I still believe that we can beat them last game. I still believe there's other teams that can beat them as well, so it's great that we're going to the last weekend where no one knows who's going to win the league, and it's going to be between 4 or 5 teams. So,
as I said, as much as it's been obviously nice for you and West Brom, the league kind of been decided by whoever gets the most points out of the 2 games you play each other every year. Whereas this year it's now sort of there's going to go to the final game week. Yeah. You think with 4, maybe 5 teams that can win the league.
Exactly, it's exciting.
It's great for the sport.
It's massively, and it's by far the best league we've ever had. I think it's the best league in the world.
Oh yeah, no doubt about that.
It just pushes each player, you know, like players don't really learn by winning 7-8-0 against a team. You don't learn, because the team you're playing against either haven't defended well, which means even if your accuracy on the passes aren't great, you're still going to score.
Yeah. You
want these hard, tough battles, hard 1-0 wins. That's where you learn. And so yeah, I'm looking forward to obviously this weekend and then the following one. And then for us, obviously, it goes on to the Club World Cup, where we hope to put on a good show. Be a good time for the sport to be the first one. Yeah, busy time, Greg.
What am I running over?
A cable. You're off it now.
Okay, cool. I also want to make it back to SGP for the John Goodwood Cup final. You made it through against Sevenoaks once again, because it's every year.
Every year we play them.
It's one of the reasons I moved, mate, just to get away from you lot in the club. But that's 1-0 win.
Yeah, it was a tight game. To be honest, the goal we scored, it was their mistake. They took a kick in. James took it, and it obviously was the goalkeeper, and we front bumpered the kick in, and so then Rosie scored no good goal. Yeah.
Disappointing, really.
Yeah, they would have been disappointed with that. They always give us a good game, Sevenoaks. We got them next, actually. But yeah, we're through to it. I've actually booked to go away to Switzerland with my family for that weekend
Oh.
for the 50th, for my cousin's 50th birthday. But
So you're not 50 yet, are you?
no, not me. I'm almost there. But being the team player and mate, I cancelled my flight.
I can't believe you booked it for that weekend. You
Ah.
clearly didn't have much faith in your team getting there.
No, it was more. I have faith in them getting there without me. They didn't want me not to be there.
Oh.
So I tried to convince them as much as I could, but the peer pressure of me not being there made me cancel my trip.
So basically, when you scored against 7 you outwardly you're like, yeah, inwardly you're going, God, could have done with them, not could have done with us.
Yeah, could have lost this one.
Yeah, could have. You misplacing the pass. Oh no, it's gone to.
No, but obviously, alongside that, obviously all of the effort that's been put into create Derby event as much as it has this year, I don't want to miss it, and so my family recognise that, and so obviously my wife and my daughter are still going to the party, and so my mum and sister, so they're still going, but I'm needed elsewhere. So it's always that argument: what comes first, football or family?
Looking forward to playing in Derby for the first time this year.
Yeah, it's a lovely arena.
Yeah, enjoyed commentating on it last year, so looking forward to it.
Those that haven't got your tickets already, you need to get a ticket for the day.
They're
Don't
free.
miss what's a great event. Yeah, they are free. The link can be found on the WFA website.
He's a natural.
Natural,
Look
mate.
at him, he's a natural.
Make sure you like, comment and subscribe.
Dearie me. Taking up the bold facts. He'll be happy now, I've chatted about it.
He won't listen.
No.
Then he'll moan.
He was fuming when I didn't do it in Oz when he was up at like 3 o'clock in the morning. He's not let me live that down the last nearly 2 years now.
Yeah. So this game's got a bit the nitty gritty now, isn't it?
Yeah, we've been chatting about you and Aspire for the last like 5 minutes, mate.
7.5 minutes left to go. 1-0 Greenbank still. Marcus has gone into his dribbling game, which, like we spoke about earlier, it's kind of like a old-fashioned style now. Try and score.
It's great for Greenbank, it's terrible for the rest of us.
Yeah, it's not great for a spectacle either.
Hence why we started chatting about you.
Yeah. Let me just add, you brought us onto that subject. I don't think I was talking about myself.
Well, like, you know, I was expecting like a brief, you know, yeah, we want to win.
Rundown, mate.
To it, and then 5 minutes later, I've got your life story and the fact you're not going to Switzerland for your family's like your cousin's 50 or something.
Well, I just want to show my commitment to the sport and to the team.
I don't think that was ever in doubt.
Oh. Toby's definitely added a new dimension to this Greenbank team. It does allow them to have that free-flowing pass. 2-1 against Greenbank. 6-0 substitution. Adam Langley's off.
A reverse of the one we
Gee's
made
on.
earlier. So only 1-0 to West Brom against Middlesbrough.
Yeah, 10 minutes left to
Core
go.
A. New signing Ethan Galloway for Middlesbrough playing, making his debut.
Oh, yeah.
Another one from Scotland.
They're all coming down, aren't they?
The second Scotland player to play for Middlesbrough this season after Thomas Pettigrew, who's now playing in Spain.
What a transfer that is.
I was going to say, how do I get one of them?
I want a Real Madrid one.
Want to be a Galactico?
Get me to the Bernabeu.
Imagine that unveiling in front of him. Oh my days.
As you always hope, mate, the more that we progress in this sport, or the sport progresses, not necessarily us, the more hopefully these teams, big teams, want to link up with a club.
You've got to stick around for a bit longer than for that.
Yeah. I'll stick around for a little bit longer.
When will you retire?
When will I? I'll keep going if people keep paying me.
Wow. It's all about the money
It's
for
all
John.
about the money. Well, it's a bit like...
He'd go Saudi if it was on.
100% I would. Give me Saudi money, I'll be there.
100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. You must be on a fair bit of wedge at Aspire.
Aspire, yeah. 200 grand a year, not too bad. Grand goal bonus. I'm joking, everyone, by the way.
It's £2 grand.
Yes.
No wonder they're fundraising.
£500,000. You see.
No,
Yeah, those that don't know, Aspire are fundraising
Oh, here
for
we
the
go.
Club World Cup. The link's on my Facebook page, John Bolden. If you could kindly donate, that'd be great. But we don't accept anything less than £50, so please donate above £50. I'm joking, we'll take anything.
Even a Freddo, mate, they're
A
desperate.
Freddo, we'll take a Freddo.
No, but if you can give it a Cadbury's caramel creamer.
Cadbury's Carol, we've got a few in our change room. But yeah, if anyone would like to donate, please go to my link on my Facebook page. Be greatly appreciated.
Other teams are available.
They're not. Just us. If you want to sport, if you want to have a trip to Paris, nice Eiffel Tower, come and watch Aspire play in the Club World Cup.
Is that the VIP sponsored package? Is that?
Right, VIP spot. I'll even do a meet and greet.
Oh, no.
Look at that. You can't ask for more. 17th of June. No, 17th of June. 21st of June till the 28th.
Fine, you can be at the 17th of June, but no one else will be
Yeah.
there, John.
Get yourselves down to Paris, the Club World Cup.
I mean, they've got to pay themselves to get there as well. It's like shocking now.
Be worth it though. Meet and greet with me. If you pay for the dinner, I'll come out for dinner with you. Sorted.
Right, I'm going to move on now because Butch Platt battling with Langley.
3 minutes left to go.
You can tell by the way the conversation's devolved between me and John. This game has got very dribbly, very quickly. It reminds me a lot of the, sorry to say it, the cup final last year, where it became the marker show the last 5 minutes.
Oh, he teared me apart in the last 5 minutes. That goal he scored. Yeah, before then it was quite passy.
Yeah, but the last 5 minutes it locked it up. It was a marker show, wasn't it? It was.
Yeah.
He dummied you on the goal line, didn't he?
He did. He's well and truly done me.
Oh,
That's a foul.
And I got to say, see you later, John, live on TFT Sport.
Yeah. Luckily I didn't have TNT Sport at the time, so I didn't listen to it back. But people made me well aware.
The cheeky wink to the
Yeah.
camera. Still on you this day. Fitzpatrick, Crowell, back
Nice.
to Fitzpatrick. 180, cut out by Adam Langley. 2 minutes left. Now I'm Marcus Harrison scored, but man of the match has to be Butch Platt. Shake Butch
I
Platt.
agree.
I
Yeah,
think he's been absolutely. He's played in a variety of positions, not just second pivot, first pivot. He's played out on the wing a little bit as well. Right, could you please watch the action on Court B? Not
Borough to score, but it was 2-on-1. It's tight.
because you're not commentating on that one.
No, I'm not.
You've got to be professional, please.
So I'm focused. Last minute and a half. Substitution.
He'll learn. He will learn. It's like we'll get.
Oh, yep. Kieran's on for Sean Donahoe.
I've often found myself teaching John everything he knows.
He has.
As he still looks over the court. I mean, it's just shocking.
It's a goal kick. I'm
Mate,
waiting.
anything can happen with this goal kick. Look,
Look at that.
straight to Marcus Harrison. Who's it's boring that. Taking a touch to the dribble. Okay,
Touch.
Go watch that one, mate.
Do you know you're getting more of a like northern twinge?
Am I?
Cup. Touch. You've only been up there a few months.
Yeah. You can watch quite. I'll just wrap up what's going on here.
Come on then, give us a summary of this game, Greg.
Again, Greenbank have dominated territory. A few good passing moves, but obviously the goal came from a situation like this. Marcus Harrison dribbling it. I think Butch Platt, as we said, has been excellent. His passing, I don't think he's misplaced a pass, to be honest, from what we've been watching. He's been absolutely brilliant. Of course, won the Unsung Hero Award of last game week. Game week 3 for his perseverance when things went against him. Nottinghamshire, well, very pleased they've competed, I suppose, defensively with a side like Greenbank with the quality they possess. But they'll look to. They've got some tough fixtures, and we play them tomorrow. They'll be looking to try and get some points to move themselves clear of at third place. Marcus Harrison dribbles towards the line. Can he get a second goal as we hit triple zeros on the clock?
He's just biding his side of time, and that's it. 1-0 Greenbank. Good result for them. Picks up 3 points. That's well needed.
Nice debut for Krarup as well.
Yeah, great debut for him. Some lovely stuff. They'll be happy with that. And on to the next.
It's been a pleasure, John. Thank you for joining me.
Sorry those that are listening and weren't happy with my performance. Please comment, give me grief.
Yeah,
so I can learn more, because I'm always up for learning.
One of the rare times I can say I've performed better than you, John, on the same pitch. There you go.
It's been a pleasure, Greg.
Thank you very much, John.
Cheers, buddy.
Up next, Teesside versus Norwich.
Up the Teesside, Norwich.
Come on.